Once upon a time there was a king who thought himself a clown, for that was all he knew. And when that's all you know, then all you know is what you know, and all he ever knew was not true. It was not true. Majesty cannot be made minuscule. Ferocity cannot be made frail. But when they dominate, intimidate, and in a word domesticate you, even the wildest and most dangerous of souls can be turned around and find themselves in danger of becoming an endangered species. And when they came, he didn't know. He didn't know he could rise up, roar out, and fight back against the lies they threw on him like a net in the hope of entangling him into extinction. You see, they stole him from me. Stole him from the wild before he even knew what wild was, and kept him in such closed and confined captivity that even his every thought became held captive by systems and cycles, systematically cycling unnaturally until they had so neutered his very innate nature that he reached a point of no longer even knowing what he needed when he was needing. Because lies lied long enough feel true, and when they do, how are we to know the difference between the two? How was he to know his massive paws and classic jaws were meant to run and bite and claw went on from dawn to dawn, the shackles seized and snagged and spawned a cosmos of countless contradictions he could not comprehend, let alone begin to even try to upend. With every crack and snap of whip, his royal head would lower slip, and any time he thought to roar, those choking chains would scream no more, while human children laughed and pointed, heart and soul in him disjointed. Cat made kitty, danger made pretty, an entertaining man-eater eating everything they fed him at their leisure for their pleasure, and he believed it. Until the circus came to my town. Setting up their tents one night, I saw their distant flickering lights and told myself, how dare they dare to tread upon my territorial terrain? This is my forest. Descending slowly in the dark, I ghost-like crept up to a spot where, pushing back the forest brush, I caught a glimpse of orange tuft and felt a flush inside me rush. Could this be? Is that him? I whisper, son, and slowly, weakly, he lifted up that unmistakably royal head, and in that lifting ripped my heart. From deep inside that rusted cage, his eyes met mine, and I, engaged, let out a roar of purest rage. What did they do to my son? With every fiber in my being, the stolen one I now was stealing, and strangling steel, I ripped and clawed and tore and stole the stolen one back to me, carried him away to the safety of the hidden underbrush, set him down and commanded, stay here. And then, turning back, I unleashed my fury on the ones who dared to steal my son from me, and when all was said and done, there was none left living who'd done what they'd done to my son, and I, face-stained red from the blood of the dead, relished the sound of their lifeless corpses under me as I walked victorious to him, my son, my kin. And deep and safe within the forest, I set him down, expecting he'd look up to me and see that he and we were free, but see, his head stayed down. I placed my paw beneath his chin and gently lifted it and him until his eyes were locked again with mine for the first time since the first time, and I said, son, don't you know who you are? You are muscle, tail, and head, meant to bite and tear and shred and snarl and hiss so fierce and mean, the baddest cat the world has seen. Your size, your shape, your fangs, your stripes, your eyes, your ears, your jaws, your height, climbing trees and swimming streams, the stuff of legends, myths, and dreams. You leap, you fight, you growl, you roar, an alpha, apex predator. tore. My God, my son, oh, can't you see what you were always meant to be? I drew him closer, kissed him, and in the kissing shared and spread the blood stains of our victory with and on him as I gazed in love into that warrior face with longing eyes, and I cried and said, son, look into my eyes. And in these tears now see the true reflection of yourself, and in the seeing know that this is who you really are. And there within that moonlit night, I saw in him new light ignite, and in our seeing knew my son was finally, truly home. And if you ask him now, oh, he'll tell you. He'll tell you with royal pride and gallant stride, with fallen prey down by his side. Oh, he will tell you. He likes to tell it all around. How once upon a time there was a king who thought himself a clown.